Hi, Miss Lee. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, that's great. I've had quite good conversations with your associates, and allow me to just run through with you what we've discussed thus far. Okay,
Okay, sure.
just give me a moment while I share my screen.
Yep.
Okay, so for A1B Sportswear, we know that you are seeking online retail expansion. Currently, you have 30 online stores, 70 physical stores across 30 countries. And your vision is to disrupt retail with a digital approach that puts customers at the center of everything. And how are you going to do this? By delivering personalized, seamless buying experiences. So some things that we went through from our first meetings was some requirements of the CRM system, right? One of your people brought up key challenges of integrating your current system with Salesforce, and we addressed issues such as API specifics, technology stacks, and also cloud security concerns. And besides that, we did address some business intelligence functions such as Einstein Analytics. Right. So the question is, why Salesforce? Because there are truly so many reputable CRM providers out there. Right. So the truth is, the core feature sets for both sales and service systems are extremely similar. And all three CRM systems can easily handle contact and account management, social customer service, territory management, and also sales forecasting. So this similarity can probably be attributed to the fact that these vendors know each other's products really well. But the general consensus is that Salesforce has the upper hand when it comes to building your CRM, out of optimizing it for use in specific industries. So there are over 2,600 apps available in the Salesforce App Exchange. And Salesforce also has its own partner program and connected platforms. So this helps businesses and in-house developers build customized solutions on the Salesforce platform. And we are talking about how Salesforce compared to Microsoft Dynamics, right? So there are some things that Salesforce does that Dynamics cannot. A good example would be data governance tools. So these tools enable us to cleanse and avoid duplication of your contact records and sales entries, which is a really important asset if you have more than a few data entry points. So for A1B Sportswear, I'm sure that you definitely have more than one data entry point, from web forms to contact centers, retail locations, and also e-commerce. So I feel that this is a really important asset for you to have. And in addition, we do have performance management features also. So this enables coaches and managers to incentivize sales achievements through KPI monitoring, and also through rewards and recognition tools and built-in feedback loops. So these are really quite a few key features that Salesforce has over its competitors. And I think a really interesting feature would be Einstein Analytics, right? So Salesforce implemented Einstein AI in spring of 2017. And what this does is use AI algorithms to understand each company's particular selling habits, because no one company is the same. So once they understood that, they can suggest improvements. And when implemented on the service and marketing tools, Einstein can then suggest answers to customer questions or guide marketers to the most effective strategies. And the best part is that Einstein is seamlessly integrated into many Salesforce products. So to use it, you don't even have to do any data preparation or manage any models. You just put your data into Salesforce, and any features that you have are powered by Einstein. And Einstein will use that data to make smarter data-backed decisions. So, the effect of Einstein is so rampant that it flows into sales, service, marketing, and IT departments. So for example, in sales, we can anticipate next opportunities and exceed our customer needs. Then in the service department, we can be proactive by resolving cases before they actually happen. And for our marketing side, we can even create predictive journeys and personalized experiences like never before. And for our IT, we can embed intelligence everywhere and create smarter apps for our employees and our customers. So what I'm proposing is actually a combination of our enterprise edition with a new marketing package. So you may be thinking, why is there a need for a marketing package? So this marketing package will really be so complementary to the enterprise cloud. It will give you a one-routed B2C automation, give you personalized automated journeys, and improve your one-to-one social engagement, as well as giving you robust reporting and analytical tools. So, Ms. Lee, what I'm proposing is a combination of the marketing package with the Salesforce Enterprise Edition.
Okay. I see that you have at the bottom of your screen, like the
Hmm.
projected landing page conversion. Can you just explain a little bit about that?
Right. So we do know that your company is a sportswear company, and we have worked with past clients as well who are in this industry. So we have worked with companies like Reebok, Fila, Puma, and Under Armour. And based on our interactions and our partnerships with them, we have realized that this projected landing page conversion rate of 11.45% can be achieved in 5 years. So the duration of the contract we are proposing is 5 years, and with these two solutions combined in a holistic package.
Okay, understood. And I'm assuming that this number that you got, like the 11.45%, is among the players in the similar industry as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'll be glad to have like this improvement for my
Mm,
company. But as you mentioned, it's gonna be like a 5-year contract.
mm,
Unfortunately, like what I had in mind initially is to have a 2-year contract. And the reason why is because I think you've mentioned a lot of great features and capabilities about Salesforce. You've mentioned about the analytics. You mentioned about automation.
mm.
Of course, my company will benefit a lot from all those things.
Right.
But at the same time, I hope you understand that this is going to be our very first project on
Mm,
a digital software. So none of us in our departments have actually done this before. It's going to be the first one. Of course, we all see a risk.
mm.
We just don't know how things will turn out, whether it's going to be received very well by our users, by our employees especially. And that's why what I had agreed with Mr. Chris and also my management team is to have the contract for 2 years first. And of course, if the company, as in like the businesses and the projection proves to be very, I would say like solid in terms
Mm.
of the numbers and the figures, and I will not mind extending this for another like few more years. But for the first contract, I'm planning to have it for like 2 years first.
Right. Okay. So, Miss Lee, I understand your concerns, and allow me to rephrase what you've just said. So, you brought out two key areas to take note of. One would be the ease of client onboarding, and the second would be whether the duration of the time horizon is flexible. Is that right?
Yeah, the client onboarding is more on my employee side. So it's like ease of, I would say like adoption rate of my users and ease of use of Salesforce among my business users and my employees as well.
Right. Okay, so let me address that first question. So for client onboarding and the ease of your employee taking up the system, we've actually had really good track records of employees reviewing us and telling us how easy was it to integrate Salesforce and use Salesforce as a system for them. So I think based on our past interactions with our clients, it's been proven that you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's really easy to use it. And in fact, we have some application called Trailblazers where we can actually feedback to Salesforce and we'll try our best to solve it. And it's a really nice community where you can share your experiences. And so with regards to the duration of the project, I think it's a really valid concern, right? That you are worried that the investment may not pay out in the case, so you don't want to straight away go into 5 years. And I think there are maybe a few drawbacks to that. Firstly is that, let's say if you commit a 2-year period first, then extending it to 5 years would definitely involve quite a lot of admin processing. So this would result in increased costs for your company. And I believe that that is not ideal, even though it could happen, but I would still not recommend it. And also with respect to the amount of time that your company has in implementing our solutions, 2 years is really not enough because by the time we onboard you as a client and by the time the employees take to get used to the system, it would really be maybe around a 1+ year. You get a 1+ year worth of our systems implementation in the market, right? So I don't think that is very ideal at the moment.
Sorry, are you saying that the implementation stage will and the onboarding period of my employees will take quite some time? Because I didn't know that we will take like, I mean, you mentioned about 1 year plus.
Hmm.
Um, does it mean that it will take like almost a year
Oh,
to onboard and implement everything?
okay, I'm so sorry about that confusion, but because 1 year plus can still be maybe like 1 year and 10 months, 1 year and 9 months. So,
Okay.
sorry about that. I wanted to clarify, yeah, that it's a really fast process actually, and we are really experienced in this industry, and we'll definitely do what we can, and we'll do our best, which is what has been working for our clients. And actually, okay, allow me to share one of our client success stories. So we had a partnership with Player Layer, and what they wanted to do was break into new markets with Salesforce, which is what your firm is also trying to do. And so when Player Layer was founded in 2008, the four founders, they had no idea how much the company would grow. But in just 6 years, Player Layer had become the leader in customized team sportswear in the UK, and is even expanding into new territories and new markets. And the best part of that was that Salesforce has been there every step of the way throughout the company's evolution. So although Player Layer started out as a specialist in baseball clothing, the company now provides more than 900 products across 70 sports. And the CEO even explained that their growth has been entirely driven by customer demand, and Salesforce has made it easier for them to scale their business and to help them keep track of a growing number of customers and their needs. Right? So I feel numbers really don't lie. In 2013, sales have grown an average of 36% per year. And in the same period, the number of employees of Player Layer's team has actually increased by more than double. And they've actually begun to expand even to the other parts of the world, like China and Australia, started out in UK, but yet they are about to expand into those regions now. Right. So I think this is really a good testimony of how being there from the start, being there from the start and also, just continuing on, right? So Player Layer has been there since 2008 and they've been asked for around maybe 13 years, right, up to today. So I really feel that it is the advantages of settling on a 5-year plan at the start would be that we can plan out our trajectory even better. Let's say if we opt for a 2-year plan first, then our targets may have to be adjusted to fit into a 2-year cycle.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with adjusting the expectations to 2 year. Again, the reason why is really because we want to see first the return of investment, right? And that's why we want to have like a regular assessment for the first 2 years. And again, you mentioned about potentially incurring more cost in terms of like extending this to like a 5-year moving forward after 2 years. It's totally fine. Once we can see the improvement, we can see like the positive impacts that Salesforce can bring to our company, then of course it'll be easier for me as a CEO to actually go to the finance team and get approval from them to, invest in this project, because I'm pretty sure this is not going to be like a small amount of money.
Right. Yeah, I really understand your concerns, Ms. Lee. And just to get a note, how many employees does your company have?
Currently, we have around 200 users for our companies. Again, what I imagine is like everyone having an access to Salesforce. But of course, if there are occasions where apparently it turns out that we don't really need that many people on Salesforce, is also fine. We can easily reduce the number of like users on the Salesforce platform.
No problem. So with regards to the 2-year, would it be fine if you extend it to 3 years instead? Because a lot of our clients, they have these similar concerns, but what they do is that they extend it to 3 years, and within that 3 years, we're able to produce really great results. And they end up extending from 3 years to forever. So I think based on what our clients in the past have experienced, they told us that 3 years is also a really good period of time where they get to experience Salesforce full capabilities. So I was wondering, is it possible to make it 3 years?
No, if the performance is really great, like after 2 years, like I don't mind incurring additional costs and getting like another 3 or like 4 or 5 years contract with you guys, Salesforce. So yeah, I don't see why I should change it to like 3 years for now. I think 2 years is reasonable for me and my team to assess. And once we see the impact, the positive impacts, then we can just like easily convert and like sign a new contract for a longer period of time.
Okay, no worries. So what are your thoughts on the marketing package? Would you be okay
Uh,
with it?
yeah, I mean, for the marketing package, I really like it.
Hmm.
It's really on point. What one of my head of operations was telling me is that they really need to personalize the customer experience, especially on the online platforms, because
Hmm.
nowadays more and more customers are moving to the from the physical stores to the online platforms like
Hmm.
our e-commerce website. So of course, being able to personalize and know our customers very well, that will help a lot in uh, hopefully lead conversion and retaining our existing customer base.
Absolutely. So now currently we have 200 employees, right, with $150 per license, and that would add up to $30,000 a month. So with the marketing package included, that would come to a total cost of $33,000 and $33,750.
And that's gonna be per month, is it?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I'll just be very frank with you. This
Hmm.
is really beyond our budget.
Okay.
Just for your information, last week we actually have one of the vendors
Hmm.
that we are also assessing, which is your competitor.
Hmm.
They came back to us with the commercial proposal,
Hmm.
and it's being reviewed by the finance team. And they just got back to me this morning telling me that they can't approve the commercial proposal because it's really beyond the budget.
Hmm.
From what I understand, the proposal that was submitted, it is around 280,000 USD,
Hmm.
1,000 USD per year.
Okay.
So, so with that in mind, knowing that 280,000 USD per year is getting rejection, I think it'll be safe to kind of like have the hard limit on the budget around 275,000 a year or even lower than that.
Okay. 275,000 would work out to be around 22,900 a month.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So that competitor that asked, was it Microsoft?
Uh, I can't really reveal the name, but it's one of your competitors out there.
Understand. Because what we believe that Salesforce truly has more comprehensive features, and therefore we do command a superior price in terms of that. So I don't think we can go down to a number that Microsoft is around, but what about what about 23,500 a month?
And how much is it per year? Sorry.
That would be 282,000 a year.
I mean, I don't think this is just about like competitor, right? It's also about the budget of my company. It's
Hmm.
really just because we don't have the budget. I mean,
Understand.
competition aside or like feature aside, I was just wondering, this is the calculation that you make based on the 200 employees, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, like if it is possible for me to just reduce the number of users, I mean, I'm
Okay.
also open to that idea,
Hmm.
but hopefully you can give me a lot better pricing.
Okay, we'll go with 22,900 and the price that the other company gave you.
And that's gonna 900. That's gonna be 278, is that?
200. Okay, we'll go with 22,600 for a month, and in total cost would be 271,200.
And just to clarify, that's gonna be for like a 2-year contract with the marketing cloud as well,
Yeah, per year.
per year.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm happy with the budget because at least it's within my company's financial performance.
Hmm.
You can just submit a commercial proposal.
Sorry, the time is
Uh,
up.
okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.